Hi, Si and Stu here from MusicRadar.
Hello.
Today we have got the brand new Roland TD716, which does feature lots of cool new things, which we're going to look at. Stu, take it from the top. What is this all about?
Yeah, so what we've got is in front of us, like you just said, the new TD716 from Roland, part of their brand new flagship V-drums range. Also available in the range is the TD713.
Right, that's not with a kick drum like that, is it?
No, it's not. So you get a bass drum tower with that version of it, but there's also kind of new VAD versions of the same kit, and they're all based around the brand new V71 module. Which
is a whopper.
It is.
Okay, so we want to keep this quite brief. We've had a quick go on the kit, and we love a lot of stuff about this. We're going to do the highlights, aren't we? We're going to pick out our favourite bits that we think you need to know about. So, number one is...
DW Soundworks.
Yes. Sort of like the DWE kit that we had a look at a while back.
Sort of, yeah. I mean, when you buy any of these configurations, you'll get access to DW Soundworks as a plugin.
Yeah.
So, you know, as you already know, you can connect any kit to a computer with Soundworks and play from that kit. Mm-hmm. This gives you a license for Soundworks, but as well as that, what Roland have done for the first time is giving you the ability to import multi-layered samples straight into the module.
Right.
So they've created kind of portable versions of their Soundworks kits, so that they're kind of picking from the same sample pool from the original sessions to create Soundworks, and they've reformatted them into a format that the module can read. You put it on an SD card, put it in the SD card slot, and then import your kit.
Job done.
Job done. And then you can play. They're and they're great. You know, you're getting kind of multi-sampled layers on there, dynamics, and it's the big thing that, you know, for a while a lot of people kind of compare electronic drums to plug-in level stuff, and obviously we've seen kits from DW this year, kits from Alesis. Mm-hmm. This is Roland's kind of clap back at people that are saying like, oh, I'd rather just use a plug-in or whatever. And so it's, you know, a kind of game-changing breakthrough moment, I would say.
Definitely. And to combine that, you've got the sound engine of the V-drums in there as well. Yeah,
which again are you know, kind of overhauled, newly created for the V71 module. Mm-hmm. There is kind of multi-sampling going on in there, a mixture of that and Roland's kind of modelling approaches. Now, should probably kind of at this point say, you know, modelling is kind of a bit of a dirty word when it comes to kind of drum sounds and stuff, but it's not there algorithmically kind of mimicking a drum sound. The modelling kind of part of it comes in with the sort of V-drums editing and being able to do some of the cool stuff that this kit can do.
Yeah, cool. Okay, talking of sounds, it's a neat segue into the next thing that we like about this, and that's Roland Cloud implementation. Talk us through it.
The V71's got Wi-Fi built into it.
Oh, cool.
And from there, it can connect wirelessly to Roland Cloud, which, if you're not familiar with Roland Cloud, it's like Roland's online resource for you to be able to get kind of expansion packs for your kit, jam tracks, you know, additional sounds, all those kind of things. Some things are on there available for free. Mm-hmm. Some things require a paid subscription. This comes with a time-limited trial. So if you buy one of these, you can go on there and kind of all you can eat. Try everything out and all of that. You will have to continue your subscription in order to keep all that stuff indefinitely. But, you know, to get to grips with it, you can go on there and kind of fill your boots with whatever you want to try out from there. But I mean, the fact that you can just kind of do it from here and...
that's brilliant. Yeah, like it. Okay, Stu, another great thing about the V71 is the addition of...
Bluetooth.
There it is.
Yeah, the V71 replaces the TD-50X,
yes,
which is Roland's current, or was Roland's flagship module. Mm-hmm. Now it's this. The TD-50X and the TD-50 before that didn't have Bluetooth. It was deemed to be, you know, a pro-level module to be used in kind of arenas and big live shows and stuff. And why would you want Bluetooth if you're playing in an arena? But the fact that it's got Bluetooth on it isn't going to stop you playing in an
No,
arena. So
no.
they've put it in here,
Yeah.
and you can now connect your phone in and play with your music library
Yeah,
or
jam along.
yeah,
Yeah.
jam tracks and stuff. And it, you know, I think regardless of what you're doing, even if you are in a kind of arena touring band, you might want to stick on Spotify and have a quick jam,
Yeah,
like, you know,
why not?
when you've got a minute. So yeah, I think it's a cool feature. Why not?
Yeah, and it's got easy sort of mix-in levels.
Yeah,
can
there's
sort of
a
tweak your volumes, can't you?
Yeah, you've got a hardware control there for
Yeah.
mix-in and Bluetooth. So mix-in would be your kind of cabled auxiliary input,
Yeah.
which also serves if you were using this as kind of like a fold back for your in-ears or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that. You can
yeah.
control the level of what's coming back in that way, but it also controls your Bluetooth level.
Brilliant. The next thing is possibly your favourite part of the whole package, the old snare throw-off.
Yeah.
Ding, ding.
You probably remember that when we looked at the DWE earlier in the year, I was obsessed with the digital snare throw-off.
Yeah.
Mainly because it's just such a simple thing that, you know, it's a switch that lets you kind of switch samples between snares on, snares off. But Roland have gone a step further, and you've also got a snare strainer on there, so you can kind of adjust the snare tension, which, you know, that in itself, you've always been able to do, or for a long time been able to do that within V-drums kind of modules and edit like the amount of tension on a snare. But here, you can turn a real or digital snare strainer and go from you know, kind of loose snares all the way up to kind of quite taut, and then you can also throw the snares off and back on again at the touch of a lever.
Yeah, and we also spotted on some of the other kits, you know, the more sort of dancey kits, they've actually got samples where it's not a sort of traditional snare sound, so there's
Scratching sounds.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
there's sort of extra use for it as well.
Yeah.
And you can also hear, isn't there, there's kind of, you can hear the sort of the ping and the connection.
Yeah, you can
of
hear
the,
it kind of slapping as
Yeah,
like a real snare drum would when you flip the
Yeah.
snares back on.
Quite a nice little touch, that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Other things featured in the TD716, new pads.
It comes with the VH14D, CY18DR digital ride and digital hi-hats.
Right.
Crash cymbals. Here we've got a pair of CY16T, which stands for thin.
Right.
and
super thin, yeah.
We've seen these before. You know, various kits have come with these in the last few years. The crash cymbals are great. They're lighter and thinner, and you know, respond when you hit them, and you really notice it when you go to choke them and stuff like that as well, because you know, just grabbing it and trying to grip it and stuff, it's a lot thinner than, you know, traditional V-drum cymbals have been. The digital ride is great. The digital hi-hats, I think, remain probably my favourite electronic hi-hats that I've ever played, and you know, they respond really well.
Yeah.
In addition to that, though, the snare and tom pads are all new designs. So here we've got the PD14DSX, which again is a digital pad. So that connects in. All of the digital pads connect via kind of like USB connectors into there, of which there are 3 slots on the back. So you've got your snare, hi-hat and ride.
Yeah.
So brand new snare drum, and then brand new tom pad designs. So these are the PD10X on the rack toms, and then PD12X on the 2 floor toms here. And there's a few changes that we can go through. They're the same on the snare drum and the tom pads, and the big one is that you know, they've added or changed rather the kind of a rim bumper.
You can. Let's do that.
Yeah. So the rubber thing that stops it going all clacky has now moved kind of inside the metal rim.
Yeah.
And the kind of reasoning behind that is just to make it kind of lower profile, you know, less of a problem if you're kind of mishitting on. I've got a VAD kit, and I quite often end up kind of playing rim shots on the toms where I didn't mean to if I don't have them at the right angle and stuff. But Yeah, and so that's kind of like the main focus on that. Looks cool as well. I think it's kind of a lot less obviously an electronic drum because you, from the audience perspective, you're seeing quite a lot of chrome. Die-cast hoops on the toms there as well. Triple flanged on a snare. But yeah, you know, you still got kind of dual zone rim and head response. It's just less kind of intrusive visually.
Are there more sensors?
So on each of the tom pads, these have now been fitted with kind of multiple sensors under the head there. So whereas previously you had, you know, your kind of head zone and rim zone, underneath the head there you've got 4 different kind of sensors, and the idea is that it's going to eliminate hot spotting, which is your kind of, you know, machine gunny type thing. And
so it's that round robin thing you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So when it detects, you know, a hit, I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying that it will know kind of which of those sensors you're nearest to. And then relay that to the V71, which will then trigger a round robin sample of that tom sound. So you're not hearing the same kind of tom sounds repeatedly over and over again, which is the thing that gives you that kind of horrible machine gunny repetition. And so that's present in each of the tom pads. And yeah, it works great.
So it's all lovely that we've got all these lovely new features and stuff, but it's how it sounds that's what makes all the difference. And we do love the presets in it, don't we?
Yeah, and that's really our final favourite thing about the TD716 is the sounds. I think it's kind of clear that Roland, with their sort of recent releases, have really been focusing on like making better internal module sounds and stuff. You know, across the board, the last Roland kit that we looked at was the TD-02, you know, which is an entry-level kit, but the sounds are really impressive.
They were amazing, yeah.
And same thing here, but just more. So there's loads of really usable stuff in there. Everything from kind of some really dynamic kind of jazz kits and stuff like that. Loads of really funky stuff with like nice, realistic, ringy sounding snare drums. You know, all the way up to kind of big roomy rock sounds and quite a lot of kind of classic rock type sort of stuff. Yeah, there's something, you know, it will get you through your gig, definitely. And I think they're gig level, you know, gig quality sounds as well. It's not kind of, you know, electronic drums are becoming more and more popular, and it's not always going to be this kind of, oh, I've got to use the electronic kit because I've got to play a quiet gig. You know, like this, the level of sounds that companies like Roland and others are kind of striving for now and achieving, kind of really delivering that goal of being able to kind of take an electronic kit out and gig it. So we've selected a few of our favourite presets that are in here and recorded a few grooves and stuff, and here they are
right now. Yeah, go for it.